Vamos carajo, my brothers and sisters, it's your boy JT, and Manchester City are on the cards this Saturday. Wow, what a game it's going to be. The champions-elect coming over to Ellen Road. Will we get caved in, or will we be the ones doing the caving? That is the question, and if that's the question, what's the answer? Well, let me tell you the answer right here, right now. And I go back to the visions. Chico. The visions, they never lie. So I'm walking down the street. I can hear the hustle and the bustle of the cars around me. I can hear the whinings of the engines, the tires screeching along the tarmac, and the echoed pitter-patter of footsteps across the cobblestone porch that I was walking on. And all of a sudden, I get to a traffic light. Now what do I see in front of me? I see a red man. So I press the button. As I wait for it to turn green, all of a sudden, everything goes silent. You could hear a pin drop. The tires no longer screech across the tarmac. The once explosive gas-fueled engines turn to silent electric ones. And I look to the skies in a daze, looking for answers. What has happened to the sound around me? And as I look around, I'm taken aback by sounds of loud roars, echoes of ecstasy, outcries of relief, passion, and emotion. And accompanying this are visions. Oh, are they visions? Visions of Rodrigo Moreno knee-sliding in front of the fans, shushing the camera as he does it. As Leeds United pick up a vital 3 points against Manchester City. And I tell you, much like the eyes, Chico, they never lie. The visions, they don't lie either. The stars are aligning. Even Bernardo Silva is coming out claiming that they cannot let this league slip. And what happened last time? That someone claimed that they couldn't let the league slip. Well, I'll tell you what happened. They came up against a counter-attacking side, and that one exact person happened to slip on his arse and hand the title from Liverpool to Manchester City. Only this time, it is going to be a Citizen slipping over. But how are we going to win? That's the question. And if that's the question, well, what's the answer? The answer this time is going to be a little bit more difficult to explain, because we are up shit's creek without a paddle right now. We really are. We are in dire straits. Performatively, we're very, very poor. We've been getting results, yes, but like I said, the performances have kind of been papering over the cracks of it. A lot of people have been saying, oh, why are you slagging off Marsh, this, right, and centre. I'm not slagging off Marsh. I don't think it's anything Marsh can do. I don't think it's Marsh's fault. I think Marsh has basically just been put in a position where he can't teach them his actual system, and he just basically has to try and shut up shop and manage to get us enough points to keep us up. And then in the summer, he can teach us his proper system. However, we haven't seen what he's going to perform like against a big dog yet. Against a real big dog, yeah? This is going to be his first proper test, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see how he lines up. Now, are we going to be able to keep Man City at bay? Now that's the big dilemma, isn't it? Because we've been getting clean sheets, yes, but let's be real. If we do look at the Watford game and we do look at the Palace game, I'll be fair here. I will be fair. On the positive side, we have looked a lot more resolute than we did under Bielsa. We have defended more as a cohesive unit, and down the middle of the park, we have looked a hell of a lot more assured. We have looked so much more assured with them coming straight through the middle of us, dissecting through the midfield, and then just running straight through at the two centre halves. That we have looked better at. The partnership of Llorente and Cooper has worked very, very well. But in terms of the way we're structured and the rigidity we have back there, we're not giving as much space to opposition, and we're looking a bit stronger. Now, if we do look at key moments in both the Watford and Crystal Palace game, they missed some big chances. Yeah, I'm talking Ismaila Sarr, I'm talking Mateta, and I'm talking Wilfried Zaha. Big chances missed, big opportunities missed, and finally, Leeds are actually doing what every other team seem to do with Leeds, which is where other teams create a lot of chances, don't really take any of them away, and then we used to get hit on the counter-attack left, right, and centre. Finally, the roles have reversed a little bit, and you know what? I'm all here for it, baby. And against the Manchester City side, we do have to look at our vulnerability on the wings, especially down that left-hand side with Stuart Dallas. He's been kind of exposed the past couple of weeks for his defensive fragility, and the way that Crystal Palace were kind of exposing us down that right-hand side, especially after they brought Elise on. It did look a bit shaky. Once someone drags him out wide, once someone actually runs directly at him and makes the runs in behind, sometimes he does have a tendency to get dragged out of positions. And if you're looking at someone like Riyad Mahrez. And if you're looking at someone like Riyad Mahrez running down that right-hand side, then you're in for big trouble. You are in for big trouble. And even the right-hand side, I know Luke Ayling has been very impressive under Jesse Marsch. I think he's been one of our best players. But I have a feeling, a sneaky feeling that I'm going to get that sexual healing. No, unfortunately, I'm not going to get that sexual healing. I'm actually going to get the opposite of it because they are going to start Raheem Sterling. And that spells danger. It does. Because Raheem Sterling, he's nimble. He's got a low center of gravity. He can turn on a half punch. And he has got energy for days. He won't stop running down that left-hand side. He won't stop giving an option in behind. And that scares me a little bit. It really does. As a result of that, I think there's a potential that we should switch it up to a 3 at the back. Try and counteract that to try and get as many bodies in the box as possible. Because let's be real here, we're going to be clinging on for dear life. They're going to be spamming crosses into the box like it's FIFA 14. And we all know how vulnerable we are from crosses. You know? Now, a lot of people are taking solace in the fact that Manchester City are going to be a little bit tired out from this game against Real Madrid. And they're going to be making quite a few wholesale changes against Leeds. But let's be honest here, there are no two ways like Calix. They are gunning for this like Leeds because they're only 1 point ahead of Liverpool. They are going down to the wire. It's so interesting. It's like the Liverpool versus Everton game all over again. Who wants it more? What is a human being's greatest power? Is it their desire to win or their desire to survive? Which one overrules the other? And for me, I think it's always going to be the need to survive. The need to survive over the need to win will always be greater. And as such, you can only hope that those players really do care about the club, care about the situation we're playing in here, care about their own careers enough to put their absolute balls on the wall against Manchester City. And yes, having said that, I do think Manchester City will make a few changes, but they got a squad deeper than Tom Daly's diving pool, so it doesn't really make a difference. They have the ability to leave Kevin De Bruyne on the bench, bring him on, he scores a last-minute winner of probably 70th minute winner, 80th minute winner. The guy could score 5 winners in one match. The guy's that good. Phil Foden on the bench, Riyad Mahrez, Gabriel Jesus, Raheem Sterling. The list is endless. They have an abundance of quality players that they can either bring off the bench, start on the bench. So whether they make a couple of changes or not, it's not really going to make any difference at all. And speaking of squads, speaking of changes, it's time to get into the old 1 to 11. But before I do, let me know who you guys would change. Would you guys put anyone else new in? Would you go for the same starting 11 that played against Palace? Let me know down in the comments section down below. But as for me, we're talking the main man, Meslier. We're talking Luke Ayling right back. We're talking Llorente and Cooper at the back. And we're talking Stewie Dallas at left back. If he is fully fit, I wouldn't be against Cresswell getting put into that left back role instead of Stuart Dallas and then putting Dallas in the midfield next to Phillips. I think that could work very well, but I don't really see him changing it over for such a big game like this. As for the midfield too, we're talking Calvin Phillips and we're talking Matthias Klitsch. I know we had a little falling out with Jesse Marsch. I hope it's not too big of a deal. And I hope he can start because, like I said, I really do like Robin Koch. But in that midfield role, I just think Klitsch is better. I think he's got a better radar on him. He's got better vision. And he's a little bit more tactically aware in there. As for Phillips, I mean, I don't even need to go into Phillips. He is insane. He was one of our best players again against Palace. And he is vital. Absolutely vital. And if we stay up, believe me, he is 99% of the factors. As for the 3, I'm talking Harrison, Rodrigo, and Rafinha. And up front, this is where I'm making the change, baby. I'm going Joffrey Gelhardt. I think in the first half against Palace, James was a little bit quiet. He really struggled to impact the game, to really get involved in the game. And I think someone like Joffrey Gelhardt, you know what? It's time to take a gamble. It's time to take a risk. And it's time to give someone their crack in a big game. And I think it's Joe Gelhardt's time. I think if we are going to be hitting Manchester City on the counter-attack, we need someone a bit more bullish, someone who's got a tiny bit better hold-up play, and someone who can really kind of maneuver his way around the middle of the park there. And I think Joe Gelhardt is the man. And not only that, this is going to be a game of a very few chances, and if we get 1 or 2 good chances and it falls to either Joe Gelhardt or Dan James, I know who I'm choosing, and he hasn't got the same name as me. But let me know what you guys think. Would you guys stick with DJ James, or would you switch things up a little bit? Let me know down in the comment section down below. Also, let me know your scores on the doors. Do you feel the passion? Do you feel the rhythm? Do you feel the rhyme? Do you just want to get on up like it's bobsleigh time? Or are you absolutely shirelling your pants? Either way, let me know down in the comment section down below. But I will see you very soon tomorrow, and we'll be live for the game. Make sure you don't miss it. Au revoir.